Welcome back viewers. In today's video, we are going to check out the Mate desktop of OpenSUSE Leap 15.4. So let us start. Okay, so now we are booted into the Mate desktop of OpenSUSE Leap 15.4, and you can see here this is the standard green wallpaper of OpenSUSE, and you got desktop icons, computer, Sam's home, and the trash can. And below there is only a single panel. There is no panel at the top. The top panel has come down and the bottom panel has totally disappeared. It is not there in this Mate desktop of OpenSUSE. And in the panel given below, you have got this application menu. Then what is this? I think this will be the minimize, maximize desktop. No, sorry, it is a sticky note. So you have got the sticky notes application. And on the right side, you have got the simple volume control. The workspace feature is there. You have got the day, date, time, calendar function. And what is this? Yes. And this is the minimize, maximize the window. So you can click on this to hide all the windows and show the desktop. Now let us go over and start checking the application menu. So the web browser is Firefox. It is the default web browser. You have got Thunderbird as the default mail client. You have got the Pidgin as the instant messenger. It will be the default messenger for this desktop. Text editor is Pluma. Pluma is a Mate desktop text editor. You have got the Mate terminal. The sound is there, so you can go over and configure your sound. You have got the displays where you can change the resolution and position of the screen, and you have got the Mate system monitor. So let us first open up the system monitor and check out the memory usage. So here you can see the CPU usage is hovering between 1 to 5%, not more. So it is very light. Then you have got the memory usage at 987.6 MB out of the 3.8 GB allocated to the virtual machine. There is zero swap usage. You can see very minimum processes that are going on here. So they are at the minimum. And you can see here the file system. So the root file system out of the 24.2 GB, 13.4 GB has been used up, and 13.2, that is almost 50% of the root partition has been used up by the installation of the OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 Mate desktop. Rest is available. Now anything more to see? Yes, so here you can see the release. So this is a OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 64-bit release. The Linux kernel used is 5.14.21 and the Mate desktop version is 1.26. You can see the hardware data and the system status. So 13.7 GB it is showing as free available space in the root partition. So I will now close this. Now what we will do is we will head over to the system. We have already seen, okay, let us first check out the file manager. So let us check out the file manager version. So the Kaja is the default file manager for Mate desktop. So you have got the Kaja 1.26 version in line with the Mate desktop version of 1.26. So it is a good light file manager and you will get used to it. It is quite nice to use. There are no any major issues. Everything works perfectly in the Kaja desktop because you see the Mate development cycle is slow. It is just slow like the XFCE desktop. So most of the applications you will find very less bugs or no bugs at all because the development cycle is slow. So all the bugs can be sorted out by the developers. So developers get more time to sort out all the bugs. And also it is comparatively less features are there compared to the Genome or KDE desktop. So there is a less possibility of introduction of the bugs or the regression of the bugs in Mate and as well as the XFCE desktop. Now you will go over to the package manager. You have to input your password. and wait for the package manager to open up. Meanwhile, we can also start the control center. Control center, I think, will also require the user password to be input. Okay, so the control center has opened without the user password. And here, yes, so the YAS software management has started. So what we will do is we will first check out the YAS software manager, and control center later on we check. So this is the YAS software manager. Here in the top panel or the bar, you can see there is this file menu where you can import or export any application for installation. So if you got RPM package, you can import that RPM package and it can be installed. And you can exit or quit without saving. So you can exit without saving the changes. That is, you can discard the changes done to the software installation, or you can quit from the YAS software manager after saving the changes done. That is, uninstall or install of any package. You can save and then quit. In the package menu, you got this option: install, do not install, keep, delete, update, update unconditionally, taboo, that is never install. So if you have got any issue with any certain package, or there is some critical bug, or it is known not to work with the system, you can make that package as a taboo. So you can tag that package as a taboo, and that package will be never installed. All in this list. So here you can see the list is there, and there is one also option of protected. So do not modify. Suppose there are some critical system packages, so you can mark them as protected, so they will not be modified anytime by the system. So any automatic update comes, it won't be modified, it will be not touched by the system. And all packages, you can directly check it whether the update or the new version for the package is available, and you can pack it unconditionally. That is, all the packages will be updated. Whenever the update comes, it will be updated. So you can click on this, system will check for the newer updates, and if the update is there, it will go ahead and install without asking for any user inputs. Now the configuration tab. So here you have got the repositories. So these are the repositories. You got the OpenSUSE backports that is enabled by default. You got the update repository with updates from SUSE Linux Enterprise 15, and you got the OpenSUSE Leap 15.4-1 repository. So you can add more repositories. So how to do that? I will do a complete video on YAS software manager. So there I will go through all the details, and we will do some installation of packages as well as the repositories. So for that you will have to wait some time. Now I will close this. Now here you can check the dependencies. So you can check the dependencies, whether all the package dependencies have been met. So it will check for the install packages if the install packages have all the dependencies met or not. If the dependencies are not met, then it will show which package, which dependency is not met, and you can then correct the dependencies, and you can install any pending dependencies. You can auto check, you can install recommended packages. Some packages are provided as a recommended package by the system by the developers. So you can always have the option to install or not install the recommended packages, and you can configure it whether to install the recommended packages or not to install the recommended packages. In the options, you can hide the developer packages, you can show the developer packages. Developer packages are normally very, you can say, edge packages or very unstable packages. They are under rapid development, so you can expect many bugs or many instabilities there. So you might be a developer, then it's okay to show the developer packages. So it will show your packages that you are developing, and you can go install it on your system and then do the testing. And also there is an option to show the debug info and debug source packages, and if you don't want, you can untick both of them. And then there is a system verification mode. You can do cleanup when deleting packages, and you can allow the vendor change. So if you want, you can change the vendor of the package. So for example, any libav codec. So libav codec can be supplied by the OpenSUSE developer team, or it can be from the Pacman. So there are two options. So you can choose between the 2 options, which option you have to install. So you can choose between the 2 vendors of the Leap AV codec 58. So you can go either with the Pacman or you can go with the OpenSUSE Leap Leap AV codec package. Then there is some extras like show products, show package changes, show history, install all matching debug info, install all matching debug sources packages, install all recommended packages, generate dependency resolver test case, and reset ignored dependency conflicts. And this is the help. So you got the overview of the YAST software manager. You got some symbols. So these are the symbols. What are these symbols? It is explained in detail. So I will now close this. What I will just show. Yes. Now we will. What are the keys? Okay. So these are the keys of the YAST software manager. Now here come to the view tab. So here you can view the patterns, that is the software patterns or the package patterns, package classification, languages, repositories, search, and the installation summary. And here you can search any package. You can search by the name, keyword, summary, description, RPM provides, RPM requires, and file list. And this is the installation summary. So you can do the installation. So before you do the installation, you can check out the installation summary, and after the installation complete, again you can check out the installation summary. And these are the patterns. So here you can see all the desktops, the different softwares for the desktop functions, the software packages for the individual desktops, the server functions, the primary functions, the FIPS 140 package, the development packages are there, the base technologies are there. The base technologies are the technologies that are constituent in the base packages of the system. For here it will be the OpenSUSE Leap base packages, and then you got some documentation packages. So you can install those and you can check out the documentation for the different softwares that are or the packages that are available. So now I will close this. Yes, we were to check out the control center. So here this is the Bluetooth. So we are checking out the hardware section. So this is where you can configure your Bluetooth. So it will not be shown here because I am using a virtual machine. So I have not configured the Bluetooth connection. So the virtual machine can use my Bluetooth hardware. So I have not connected that. So that's why it is not showing any Bluetooth adapters as found. In the display, you have got this display settings. So here you can change the scaling, you can change the resolution, refresh rate, rotation. So it's quite normal, you know all how to do it, and you can apply all the changes to system wide also. And you can show the multiple monitors in the panel. This is the keyboard settings. So here all the we can say standard keyboard preferences are given in the general layouts, accessibility, mouse keys, and the type breaking. So you can lock the screen to enforce type breaking from here. You got the keyboard shortcuts, so you can configure those and you can add or remove the shortcuts from here. So buttons are given at the bottom. Then there is this mouse settings, so you can change the mouse orientation. You can do some general settings to the mouse. You can do the pointer speed settings, drag and drop settings, double click timeout settings. Then you got the power management. So here you can configure the actions for the AC power and the battery power. So you can put the display to sleep, you can put the computer to sleep, and there are some general actions that are to be configured, and the notification area where the power notifications will be shown. So you can configure all this from here. Then this is the day date time. So you can do the NTP sync. So you can disable or enable the NTP sync. You can change the time zones. You can change the day date function. Right now it is not showing all grayed out because I have not logged in with my password. So if you want to change it, you have to log in with your password. Then it will allow you to do the changes. Now let us go over to the look and feel section. So here first the appearance section is there. So here you can see there are different themes available. So right now the custom theme, this is the OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 Mate desktop theme. So this is the standard Mate desktop theme for the OpenSUSE Leap. You got the black mat, blue manta, blue submarine is there, green laguna, green submarine. All this I have done and tested all these themes in my earlier videos. So if you go and search for the Mate desktop in the channel search, you will find the videos. You can check it out. So all this we have tried and tested earlier. I think the Ubuntu Mate desktop we have done. There are some other Mate desktop from other Linux distros we have done. I think Endeavour OS we have checked out. We have checked out. I think Arco Linux also there is Mate desktop. So we have checked out multiple Mate desktop from different Linux distros. You can check it over there. And this is the background. So there is no, yes, okay. So there are background images. I thought normally OpenSUSE does not provide much of the background images, but here they are given the complete Mate desktop wallpapers. So all the wallpapers have been given. So here you can see that this red flower wallpaper is there. So this is a different new wallpaper for me. I have not seen this wallpaper in any other Linux desktop. This also is quite new. This one is nice. And then where were we? Okay. This one is also nice. This one is good. This one is standard matte wallpaper. This one white is also good looking wallpaper. I'm checking. Let us stick with this for the rest of the video. And then you can change the font. So right now the sans serif fonts are the default fonts for the OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 Mate desktop. And this is the interface. So you can configure the menus and toolbars of the system. The buttons that are shown on the menus and toolbars, you can choose the different hidden items. You can choose the size, column, type in the file chooser. So this is the file menu setting. You can do it from here. I will now close this. Let us go back to the control center. You got the main menu. So here you can configure the application menu, which items will be shown in the application menu list, which items can be hidden from the application menu list, and you can remove or add new items to the application menu. And then just a moment. Now this is the Mate font viewer. So this is the default application to change fonts and set fonts in the Mate desktop, and you can also do it from here. So here also you can do the font setting, and this is the font viewer. So you can display. So if some fonts are installed on your system, you can display the fonts, how the fonts will look. You will get an idea from here. So now it is populating. So since this is a fresh install, it will take some time to populate all the fonts in this screen. So I will close this. Then there is this Mate tweak application. So here you can application the look of the Mate desktop. So you can enable or disable the desktop icons. You can select which desktop icons will be shown, which will not be shown in the panel. You can change the layout. So different layouts are there. So you got the Fedora layout, GNOME 2 layout, Linux Mint layout, and the OpenSUSE Leap 15.4 Mate desktop layout. And you can save the layout. So you can have a hybrid layout, and you can save this layout here. And you can enable or disable the panel menu features like show applications, show places, show systems, and you can select the icon size for the different menu items in the panel. There further you can enable the keyboard LED, you can enable the dock, you can enable the HUD, you can enable the pull down terminal. All this can be done from here. And in the Windows tweak, you can enable the performance of Windows. So you can enable the animations for the Windows. You can enable do not show window content while moving windows. You can change the window behavior. You can change the window appearance. So the window control placement will change either to the left or to the right. So this is same as in the Linux Mint Cinnamon desktop. So where in Cinnamon desktop you can change the control elements either to be shown on the left side or the right side of the top panel on the window or the top bar of the window. You can do the settings for the high DPI. You can either go for regular high DPI or auto detect. And for the fonts, you can open the font preferences and fine tune the font DPI. And in the window manager, you can select any of the window manager. Right now there is two options: Markov with no compositor and Markov with the adaptive compositor. You can even add some window managers like OpenBox and other window managers here, and you can use a hybrid system. Now we will go over to the pop-up notification. So the pop-up notification theme is Nodoka and the position is top right, but we can change it to any of the four corners of the desktop or the window, or we can say the screen, and you can change the theme. Some four themes are available, and you can use active monitor or you can show it on the other monitor, and you can enable DND also here, and you can do a preview of the notification. So if you do the preview, you can see this is the preview of the notification, how it will appear on the screen. You can do the screensaver settings. So a lot of screensavers are given. So right now the default is blank screen, but you can add. This is the floating Ginom, this is floating Mate. I will keep this. So there are many different screensavers. I will keep the floating Mate. So it will be the best. We are using Mate desktop, so you should use the Mate screensaver. Okay, so I will now close this, and there is some settings for the computer idle, after which the screensaver will be shown. You can activate or deactivate screensaver, lock the screen when the screensaver is active. You can choose the background, the picture for the lock screen also. What is this? Now here are the window preferences. So you can change the window behavior like window selection, title bar action, alter tab menu. So what will happen when you do the alter tab action? The movement keys, the placement of the windows. You can enable the window snapping, title bar button settings. So the position of title bar buttons either to the right or to the left of the menu, and with or without the menu. And there is a compositing manager. So we can enable or disable the compositing manager, that is the Marco. Marco is the default windowing manager for the Mate desktop. Now we are coming to the about me section. So here you can administer the user, you can change the password, you can change the type of the user, and there are some assistive technologies. So you can enable the assistive technologies, and you can do the settings for the keyboard accessibility and mouse accessibility preferences. You can set the characters, so you can add special characters, a group of special characters and emojis from here. So already some emojis and characters has been installed. This is the file management. So you can change the file management preferences. For example, the views, the default view of the file manager window, arrange the items of the file manager window, sort folders before files, show hidden files, show backup files. You can do the icon view, compact view, list view, and tree view. So you can configure the compact view, list view, and tree view and the icon view of the file manager window, and you can change the default zoom level. You can use the compact layout, you can use the text beside icons. Many things are available. So this is not that much you can say featureless desktop. It has got quite number of features, but those features are not that much as are found in the Gnome or the KDE desktop. So there are less features than Gnome or KDE desktop, but there are more features than the XFC desktop. And then you can do the icon caption settings. You can change the sign of the icon captions. You can show you can I think yes, you can show the date modified for the icon. So you will know that this item shown by the icon has been modified last at what date. You can change the date format that is shown on the icon captions. You can change the size of the icon captions. You can list columns, which columns will be shown in the file manager, preview of the different text files, other previewable files, sound files, and folders. So you can even also preview the sound file. So if you just hover your cursor on the sound file, or if you just select the sound file, the preview will be run. So you will get a audio preview of the sound files. Then there is some settings for the media handling. So what will happen when you select any media file. So all these things can be configured from here. Then there are some extensions. So all the available extensions are already enabled. For example, user share, send to, open terminal, image converter, Atril properties. All those things have been taken care of. Now I think again the fonts has come up. So here also the font will be shown. So now the fonts are available to be seen. It has just shut off. So I think it is still configuring in the background. So it is just freshening up itself. So here are the different fonts that are available. You can go through them. I will just close it now. Now here you can configure the network proxy. You can do a manual or direct internet connection. You can ignore some host from here. You can do some sharing of the files on network. So you require the password to share files on public network. Share files on the network, public or either private files. It is given. So you can share your private files with public on the network, or you can share the public files on network with other users or with self. So you can download those files on your desktop. Now this is the preferred application section. So here right now the Firefox is the preferred web browser. Mail reader is Evolution Mail and Calendar. Instant Messenger, nothing is there, but we can go with the Pidgin if you want. Multimedia, you got this Eye of Mate image viewer. For the multimedia player, there is no, I think, multimedia player install or what. And for the video player, you got the Videos app. For system, you got this Libre Writer for the text editor. So there is no pure text editor or text editor. Only the writer, that is the Word document, is used as a standard text editor. You got this Mate terminal, Kaja file manager. There is no calculator app. Yes, there is calculator app, but it was not configured. Now let us go over to the Office. So the Atril document viewer is the document viewer default. Word processor is the LibreOffice writer, that is default, and the spreadsheet is LibreOffice Calc as default. And accessibility settings, there is the Orca screen reader, and you got this mobility settings. So I will now close this. Now there is settings for the startup application. So you can see the different startup applications. You can add or remove the startup applications. There are some options, so you can automatically remember running applications. If there is some running application and you are logging out, then it will show you some warning on the screen that for certain application is running in the background. So do not log out. I think we have checked out the whole control center. Now I will close the control center. Just we will take a look at the different applications, and that's it. There is nothing much to be seen here. Everything is there. Yes, now we will just check out the applications. So in accessories section, you got the archive manager, backups is there, calculator, characters, clocks, Ngrampa archive manager is there. So there are two archive managers. One is the Ngrampa and the other is the archive manager. So files is the Kaja files, fonts, calculator. So this is the GNOME calculator that they have provided. In education, you got the LibreOffice Math. In games, you got chess, lights off, mahjong. All these GNOME games are available. Standard GNOME games are available. In graphics, you got document scanner, document viewer, Mate image viewer, GIMP image viewer. GIMP is the image editor. LibreOffice Draw, Mate color selection. Let me check it out here. So this is the Mate color selection. You can change any specific, or you can create a new color combination from here using the color codes. In Office, you have got the complete LibreOffice suite with contacts. This is the GNOME Contact Manager, Atril Document Viewer. There is a dictionary. There is a document viewer. Mate dictionary is also there. So there are two dictionaries. In sound and video, you got Brasero, that is the CD writer, CD DVD writer. Cheese is there to take photos using your laptop camera or any camera attached to your system. Music, this is the GNOME Music. The sound application is there. The Windows, sorry, not Windows, videos, video player is there. You got system tools. We have already checked all the system tools. Let us check out the system monitor. So what is the, so right now it has increased, the memory usage has increased from 987 MB to the 1.1 GB. and swap usage is 0, so it is quite light and quite light on the system. And CPU usage is still between 1 to 2%, and I think 3%. Yes, 1 to 3% is there, not more than that. Smarter desktop is traditionally using similar RAM and other resource usage like the XFCE desktop. Now in this is administration section. So here you can see in the administration section they have provided all the YAST utilities or tools. So you got this YAST, so you can manage your system wide settings from here. You got YAST add-on products, YAST alternatives, YAST app armor, YAST bootloader, date and time, YAST file system snapshot. So you can change and take backup of the snapshot and restore the snapshots. There is YAST firewall, YAST hostnames, YAST install VM, YAST keyboard, YAST language, YAST media check, YAST network, YAST NTP configuration, YAST online update, YAST partitioner, YAST proxy, YAST release notes. There is YAST remote administration, YAST relocation server, YAST security center, YAST Samba server. Then there is software management, software repositories, YAST sound. So here you can configure and create and delete sound profiles. So you can create the sound profiles. You can configure your multiple sound cards using the YAST sound. You got the YAST user and group management. So it is a comprehensive toolkit for the system administration. So it is a boon for the system administrator. So if you are a system administrator, then you should always use OpenSUSE. OpenSUSE gives you a lot of tools for the system administration. And finally, you got the YAST Windows domain membership. You got preferences here. So we have checked all this out. I will not go in details. And I think with this, I will stop the video here. See you in the next video. Bye bye.